All right, so it is Sunday, and every Sunday, you can't hunt here or in the state of Connecticut on Sundays unless you have private land. So what I do is I make a good breakfast, more of a brunch. I sleep in on Sundays, stay up late on Saturday night, you know what I mean? But what we're going to do is we're going to make some cast iron pancakes. Now what I did is I have a pre-mixed pancake mix that I add chia seeds and cinnamon and nutmeg. Nutmeg is an awesome addition to pancakes if you've never had it that way. Just, put some right into the mixture and do it before you leave. This is why you don't have to, less to bring with you. The other thing I do is I mix it all in a Ziploc bag, and that allows me to just throw away the bag. Less dishes to wash, you know what I mean? I don't like to spend my time here washing dishes all day. After that, we might make a pumpkin bread. I haven't decided yet, but if we do, I'll use the regular loaf size cast iron and actually put it inside the Dutch oven and do a bread that way. We'll see though. But let's start off with doing the pancakes. So we'll get some of this put into the other bag. I'm not going to use all this, obviously. It's just me here. So I'll probably do about a quarter of it, maybe half. Mix it up with some water, and then start the pancakes. And what I've done here is after I start my coals in the chimney starter, I put it right on the cast iron. Now if you notice, I flipped my Dutch oven, my 12-inch Dutch oven, upside down. The legs are pointing up. I'm fortunate that I have this flat rock on the hearth here of the fire pit. But inside, I have my charcoal going, and I put it right on top. That'll start preheating the bottom and slowly bring the temperature up. You really don't want to shock cast iron. It is cold, and you don't want to just immerse it and bring the temperature up too quickly. Cast iron can actually crack, and you don't want that. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen with severe temperature changes. All right, so I got a good amount transferred into the Ziploc bag. And what we're going to do is just add a little bit of water and kind of mix it up until it gets to the consistency. I don't measure anything. I mean, you really don't need to with pancakes. You kind of know when the dough is, when the batter is good. You can see all the chia seeds. Chia seeds are good superfood. They're full of protein and omega fatty acids. And just add a little more and mix it up. You don't want to over mix it because that will pancakes will get tough. You'll actually produce too much gluten, and you'll end up with more of a bready pancake rather than a cake kind of consistency. That looks about right. So that's it. We'll let that sit. And what we'll do in the next step is I'll actually cut a little corner of the bag off and use it like a piping bag to, put the batter on the skillet. And for the skillet, we're going to use the lid of the Dutch oven. So basically this whole meal, the only thing I'll have to clean is a spatula, which I probably could even do without, but I'm going to use a spatula anyway. Just clean the spatula and the Dutch oven lid. That's it. All right, so the charcoal looks good. We're just going to shake it over the pit a little bit, blow off any ash. That's fine. And we're just going to dump out a few coals. I'll set that down right in the fire pit so we don't have to worry about catching anything on fire. Then what we do is we take our lid and put it right on top like that. Now this will heat up, and this becomes our griddle. Now I just use a little bit of Pam. You could use butter or whatever, but I just find having Pam in the camper is just easier. I do have butter, but this will work just fine. All right, now I just cut the corner of the plastic bag off, and I just sprayed a little bit of water on the skillet here, on the lid, just to make sure it was hot enough. And now we'll just, like a pastry bag, push down all the batter. roll it up, and start putting our pancakes on. Well, that probably could have been a little hotter, but that's all right. Oh, make nice round. And go back and add a little to one that might be a little smaller than the rest. And I made enough here to have 4 pancakes. Good sized pancakes, of course. Now the other thing is I have a sausage. Alright, so we'll let those cook, and I'll get a spatula and we'll see what they look like when we flip them. Alright, well, we flipped them over. They look good. You can see the cinnamon and the nutmeg really changed the color a little bit. Also, I don't think the skillet was quite hot enough to start, but that's okay. They'll still come out good. Alright, let's flip them. Let's see how they look. Oh, they look good. Now, I ate one of them already just to see how it was, and it needed a little more time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift this off and put some more coals in, start bringing it up again in temperature, and then put the sausage on. Alright, well, let's slide these out of the way now so they stay warm, and let's add our sausage. And this is just like a smoked sausage, like slit down the middle. We'll cook that up. We can put these on the outer edge, and that will help keep them warm. Alright, well, the sausage is done. I don't really like using metal on cast iron, but I've never really had a problem with it. I re-season it on a regular basis. So the sausage is done. We'll set that right on top of the pancakes there. Everything's staying warm, and I'm going to add a diced up, let me check the camera here. I'm going to add diced up apples with some cinnamon and a little tab of butter. And we're just going to heat those up and saute them a little bit. Just keep mixing them around. You want to coat them in the butter and the cinnamon. Look at that. Alright, well, we'll let those flat. We'll let those soften up a bit. And we'll start getting plates and stuff ready. Alright. Oh, yeah. Let me bring you guys in closer. Sorry for the shakiness. But there are the apples. They're pretty much nice and soft now. Yeah, I like a little bit. I kind of want to mush. I want them to still taste like apples and cinnamon, but... Oh, I wish you could smell this. It smells like apple pie. Alright, let's start off with the pancakes. Then we'll put the apples right on top of the pancakes. Like that. And then our sausage right on the side. Look at that, huh? Now that's a breakfast. Now there's still a lot of heat here on your skillet. That's the perfect place. Keep your coffee hot. Whew. Yeah, nice hot cup of coffee. Can't believe it was actually snowing earlier. Some Vermont maple syrup right over the top, over the sausage too. Very good. The apples add a nice fallness, freshness to it. Very easy, just some cinnamon, a little tab of butter, saute them up, put them right on the pancakes. It's like having apple pie with breakfast. This is what it's all about, guys. I mean, I work a lot, and I, sacrifice a lot because I work a lot, but I also set time aside to do things like this. I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.